it's funny because you see now, and I think that, Lexit especially has done a really, really good job of not just trying to raise money and then pocketing it, right? You guys have been going
Right.
out, opening chapters, going into the community, and I think actually telling people and educating people that have honestly kind of been cut off from politics or even forgotten about. So with what you're dealing with, obviously I've seen that your page has been censored. I know you have a backup page,
Right.
but when you have younger people especially approaching you and asking, what can I do? How do I get involved? They feel sometimes, especially now, that it's an uphill battle. What do you tell them?
I tell them it is, but at the same time, I look at it like this. In the last 10 years, Latinos made up 51% of the nation's growth. That's huge. That is huge. And a lot of times, every Latino that at least I run into is conservative by nature. They're conservative. A lot of just from dad saying, "Hey, look it, you can't have a boyfriend until you're 29." You know what I mean? Like I mean, that was in my household. So a lot of these things we're not realizing, and I see different like the Dolores Huerta Foundation or the Cesar Chavez Foundation, and they pander to them, and this is what they do: they get them at the border, and right away they say, "There you go, government programs, government programs, government programs," but it's not free. What we want is your ideology. Because we're going to send you to Ivy League schools, but you are going to be training the ones that are to come. You are going to be our Latino the faces of our Latino movement. And I've seen this here in Kern County big time, where they've given out grants, but at the same time, they have to have your mind. You have to be trained. You have to think just like them. So a lot of conservatives that are out here, or just people in general, the biggest voting bloc is independence. And Latinos are a huge part of that. So when they come to Lexit and they're like, "Hey, we don't identify with Democrats anymore. We really don't. We're not for, and I'll get into that, what happened in the school board meeting. We're not for the LGBTQ curriculum being pushed into schools. But at the same time, we don't identify with a lot of the suit and tie. But you guys, I feel like I'm a part of you guys. And to us, we're like, look, we are backing up politicians that we see that are fighting for America and that are fighting